Okay, welcome back. This is the subject of today's talk is God needs to be compassionate. God needs to be merciful. He doesn't need anything from you. He existed forever and ever, even before the foundation of the universe, before the start of the world, before the Bible, before any written book, before any human being, before any mountain, before any waterfall. As you see, this waterfall behind me. This is the Veranza Mall in General Santos. And I'm here outside. It's not too hot, so I can handle it out here. But I want to discuss with you about what drives him. He needs to be compassionate. He needs to be merciful. He needs to be forgiving. It's why we have the gospel. It's another reason why we have the gospel. He knows we are wayward children. He knows he's our Father, all of our Father. He's the creator of all. He's the Father of all. He knows a lot of us have gone very bad. I did in my youth, and I've made my certain mistakes, even some big ones in my adult life. But he wants to be forgiving. He's towards something or someone. So he wants to forgive you. He wants to be compassionate towards you. He wants to be merciful to you. He wants to pity you, which is a synonym for mercy. He wants to relieve you of your sorrow and your shame and your sin, and he wants to forgive you that. He says, as far as the east is from the west, which is everlasting, he wants to remove your mistakes from you. He said, I will remember them no more. Why? Because he's a compassionate God. He knows we make mistakes. He doesn't. And no, we're not a mistake. We're something good. Solomon said God made man things good, but men decided to seek out devices, evil devices. We have become vile. We have vices. We do bad things. He wants us to help overcome that through showing us compassion and forgiveness. He wants to pardon us, which is another concept that involves a legal dispute, a valid legal dispute where we're guilty and we go to jail. We all should be in jail in God's eyes. We've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. What that means is we're not God. When we realize we're not God and can tell people, hey man, I'm not God, I make mistakes, we're on to something. We're on to something. But it says in the gospel that God has turned all over to disobedience. It doesn't mean he makes us do evil. It means we're not completely in the image of God. We are made, man is made in the image of God. It says that woman is the glory of man. Woman was made for man. That's what it says. Just telling you the gospel. But man is made in the image of God, but not completely. Otherwise we'd be God. And God isn't created. So it's a complicated, mysterious thing. But we're created. He's the creator. There's a big difference, vast difference. If you understand the power that caused this universe to be in motion, it is vastly different. We are so far beneath God in our thinking and our abilities. But he made us alive so that we can experience what it's like to have life and to be like him, to think, to be cognizant, to make decisions, to reason, and things like that. But what I'm saying is God needs to be compassionate. And he wants us to be compassionate too. That's a good character trait. So when you think about God, we need to think and realize fully he wants to be compassionate to me. He wants to be compassionate to you if we trust him, if we have faith in him. He wants to demonstrate his compassion toward us. You know, one of the worst sinners, I'm one of the worst sinners there ever was, okay? When my youth, I sinned in so many ways. I probably was in the habit of lying. I was sexually immoral, let's say. I didn't respect marriage, you know, that's what I mean. And having relations with a woman outside of marriage. And I stopped doing that, and because of God, God stopped me through his power. And so the point is, I've done other things that are bad. I've misjudged people because I'm not God. I can't read their minds. I can't understand perfectly every fact. So I've done my share of sinning. So I'm a chief sinner too. And it was hard for me to believe that I could receive God's compassion. When I read the book of Matthew, I thought, holy smokes, I'm in trouble, the gospel according to Matthew. But I also noticed there's a solution being given to me. It took me a while to accept and believe in the solution. Now I do. I believe I can have the forgiveness of my sins through my faith in Jesus Christ. He died for me on the cross. I believe that, and that's what makes me happy in life. That's what gives me joy. That is the main reason why I'm happy in life. Anything else is icing on the cake. But if I can have my sins forgiven through God's compassion, through His pity, through His mercy, through my faith in His Son, I believe that, I accept it. It took a while, because I was in my mid-20s when I started to believe in God. I never really believed in God, didn't want to go to church, didn't want to read the Bible, didn't want to become religious. I was just curious about the New Testament. The first book I read was Proverbs of Solomon. That blew me away. I needed that Holy Father that taught. My dad was great, but Solomon is different. My dad didn't believe in God, but this guy did, and he was telling his son to get wisdom, to get knowledge. Stay away from wayward women, those kind of things. I needed to hear that, because we were promiscuous. Women were promiscuous in my day, and even married women are promiscuous in my day. So, when I read Proverbs, I thought, oh, this is a holy man, this is a holy book. He's a good father. And then he's telling his son how to behave and how to be smart and wise and good and right. And then I read Matthew and I thought, holy smokes, this Jesus guy is pointing out my sin, and he's right, but he's offering me a solution, because God is a merciful God. So God needs to be compassionate to you. He wants you to be an object of His mercy. He wants to be merciful to you. Will you let Him be compassionate, merciful? Would you let Him pity you? Would you let Him, just do that for you?